Hey, welcome to my video. I'm Jennifer Roberts. You're catching me on my YouTube channel, True Divine 44. You're catching me a little bit disheveled because it's pouring down outside. And I've been getting on with things outside. So excuse the disheveled look. But you're catching me here anyway. You can get me on my Facebook page, True Divine 44. You can also get me on my Twitter and Instagram via The True Divine. And any likes, shares, subscribes, follows are greatly appreciated. Much love to everybody that does that thus far. The parrot agrees. I would bring it in this room. I'll have to take a video outside of the office because she doesn't like this room for some reason. But Abigail's got a snake here and various other insecty things. Love and light to them as long as they stay in the things. So she's got those various things in here. So I don't know if that puts her off a little bit. Probably rightly so. So this is the daily energy reading and it is for the 12th of October 2020. Take what resonates, leave what does not. I work with energy, I work with tarot. So I combine the two to bring a narrative to you to help guide you on your day, make the most of your day, make the most sense of your day, and just all in all give you a heads up. You can look at me like a spiritual bookie. You know, where you go in and put a bet on horses and things. You can look at me like a hints and tips bookie, maybe. So take what helps you and leave what does not. So on the bottom of the deck, we've got the 10 of Cups, but it's in reverse. So this speaks of new relationships coming in, but they're not what they seem. You know, for what I'm feeling for today, there isn't the alignment of the 10 of Cups in the upright. There isn't at bliss. There might be the bliss in the initial moment, in the initial meeting, but just be very discerning. Regarding that, we've got the first card being the 8 of Wands. There are messages flying backwards and forwards everywhere in your individual lives. It might be that some new relationships are starting up again. Be discerning of where you're at in your journey. Be discerning about the messages that you're getting. You know, all that glitters, you know, isn't gold. And just be aware of that. Also take note of being aware of you know, your messages. Don't be sending those triggered messages. Don't be sending those messages that you may be embarrassed about later or regret later. But it's very fiery, very passionate. You know, those messages are coming in for a lot of people. Now, to clarify that, we've got the 4 of Coins, but it's in reverse. So this speaks of, it's just a little bit sneaky, a little bit foundation rocking, these messages. Referring to some way, somehow it's going to shake your foundations a little bit. Now, on the collective stage, really look out for the messages, both past and present, that have been getting sent back and forwards, things being declassified. Look out for that. Please leave a comment if you see anything, because all of us looking at the same time means we can notice and see different things and make comment to them, bring light to them, to each other. It's important because these are rocking the foundations of some of the powers that be. Again, be discerning, because sometimes even what would seem negative to be in the public eye, they use that, and because they've already got a plan of how to later on put a spin on it, or they're going to try and make it just the information get out there, but not really pay much attention to it through mainstream media. Just be aware of their tricks and their traits that they do, but do keep an eye on that. There's big messages either being declassified or being sent back and forth today on the collective stage. Of course, that reflects in our lives too. So we've got the 6 of Pentacles next, and this speaks to generosity. Now, this generosity comes in. Today is all about illusion, tricks, and traits of looking like gold, glittering like gold, but it ain't gold. You know, this, because the 5 of Cups clarifies this. So there's upset here. There's, you know, you could for one be giving generously to someone or something that continuously is never ever going to turn around and look at the 2 of cups they've got standing. You know, in the other decks, the 5 of cups, 3 cups are spilled, and there are 2 cups still upright, still that it can use and go forward. But it seems like a lot of you are emptying your generous well into something that is a well. It will not be filled. And that is, there's no wisdom in that, because yes, it is good to be generous, of course. Yes, it is good to be of community or of love and a giving nature. But actually, it's no good to be of a giving nature without wisdom of who and what you're giving to. Look at all of the charities in that, you know, have been set up. The list keeps adding up on my notes of all of these charities that have looked like such a good thing, and people have been paying their money into them when actually they've been a cover. You know, when we could really be addressing pollution. We have the fake earth climate change charities that have, instead of bringing light to the real issues that we need to address regarding the mother and how we treat her, that they have cornered that off a little bit, like when they buy up brilliant scientists' inventions, inventors' inventions, and then they bury them because, you know, they would actually heal, or they would actually do good, or they would actually clean water, you know. So be aware of that the list is going on there. And that's happening in our individual lives. We've got these people who will refuse, no matter how much you pay forward to their recovery, to giving them that leg up. They'll refuse to get up off their knees. They'll refuse to look at the 2 cups that are standing. And that's difficult, of course, particularly if you have a personal relationship with them, a love for them. It's very difficult. It's the difficult decision and I don't know why this is coming up, must be for somebody. It's the difficult position that a mother, a father is put in when they have a child who is addicted to something. That child, they might take the stance of, I'm not giving you any money for drugs. No, I'm not. But then the child comes needing food money, rent money, and all of a sudden the parent can't help themselves but to empty into that well. Even if that money and that food money, even if you're paying it into a shop, like getting shopping vouchers for food, or if you're paying it directly to the landlord, you still free up that child to then spend all and everything it can attain or has on the addiction, because you've freed up that responsibility of needing a roof over my head, needing food in my mouth. Do you see what I mean? So look very closely and a lot more deeply than just the surface as to who and what you're giving to. Be very discerning. And this is the difficult thing that's coming up for a lot of people who are of light, who want the best for people, want the best for many. That, you know, that has to be wisdom in that, and a lot of that in the love and light namaste has been diluted, because love and light means a heck of a lot. Namaste means a heck of a lot, but it got diluted, and it got diluted deliberately. And so there's wisdom in the love and light, and there's wisdom in the namaste, in that you have to maintain a discerning nature. There are people that are going to choose their path, no matter what you do to help, no matter what you do to put forward. But if you're putting forward things, your hard-earned pentacles, things that have taken you the blood, sweat, tears, spirit, mind, body to attain, you're giving of yourself, you're putting out a frequency out there that you will be used. And that's not the frequency that we need to be putting out there at all, ever, but in particular right now. So it's a very difficult position to be in. I realize that for a lot of you, in that wisdom, it may cause the 5 of Cups for you for a little while feeling lost, of, well, I thought I could help that way, so now how do I help? And it is the wisdom maybe that you will come to say that I can't. This person has to choose to take my hand, to stand up on their feet. I can't keep just force feeding and hoping. And I feel sorry for whoever that really resonates with, because it's a difficult position to be in. As a family, we've been in that position, and it's a very difficult position to be in. But it's a little bit like you're not allowing, whoever this resonates with, you're not allowing them to hit rock bottom. And often it's at rock bottom where we have the biggest chance of life, because it's at rock bottom where we can't afford to buy, let's say, the drugs, we can't afford to buy the alcohol, and we have to finally face those demons that we've been covering up with said drugs or alcohol or whatever else it is. And at that point, you give that person a bigger chance of life, because they have to chisel their way up. They have to face those inner demons and chisel them into diamonds and chisel their way up. Doing this is not going to save their life. It's not. And it's difficult if you've got the threat of people wanting, telling you they're going to commit suicide. I don't know who that's for, but that's a difficult thing to realize, that that is emotional blackmail. And yes, it's coming from a very sad place, but it's emotional blackmail. Deep down, you know that person doesn't mean it, but then there's always that second question of, do they or will they accidentally this time? Again, it's hard, but the wisdom is that no matter how much you love them, that has to stop being your problem. Because for as long as they can hold that one over you, one, they'll maintain whatever habit is killing them slowly, and two, it's going to start killing you slowly, because you're giving into this well but not seeing any change. Going back to the collective stage, because that was very precise for somebody, be very wary of generosity that is being given out from governments, that is being given out from organizations of who knows what nature. You know, look at look at it very in a very discerning way, because again, they can afford to give much money. They can afford to give much provision, yet they hardly ever do. So when they do, they get praised as the heroes, the generous heroes, but behind it is bad intent. Behind it is just to get you to sell out to something or vote for something. So the next card is the King of Swords. King of Swords, beautiful energy, but it's in reverse. You know, everything has its converse nature. Sorry, phone call. This is very narcissistic. This is extremely narcissistic, extremely self-serving, and I would go as far to say, in the energy that I'm feeling today, evil in the actions that they're willing to take. There are no actions that this energy, and whoever embodies this energy today, there are no actions that are too far for them to go to. And they're taking action, because the Three of Wands clarifies that, and so look out for that. This person can come across to you in a love bombing way in your individual lives at first, and take huge action, stepping towards you, stepping into your life, taking over your life, taking over your thoughts. But beware, because they are in reverse. They are narcissistic. They are of ill intent. Now, on the collective stage, this makes my spine shiver and makes me very cross with the energies that I'm picking up on the collective stage, embodying this energy today and the actions they're planning to take today, or implement today, or be talking about today. Be very aware of this, be very discerning about this, and be very discerning about what action you take towards this narcissist. In your individual life, the best thing and the only thing to do with a narcissist is to cut completely out of your life, to get rid completely out of your life, because it will break down everything you hold dear. On the collective stage, it's to be very discerning about the action you take against the people that you see in this energy, because a lot of them coming out and making themselves apparent is driving you. What they want you to take action, they want you to protest, they want you to fight. So think very clever, box clever, we say here, box clever about what steps you take towards this. Again, I would be hasten to say that, you know, the individual life advice of needs to be cut out, ignored, does not exist. Maybe the best and most plausible action to take here on the collective stage with the energies that are held within this energy, the King of Swords in reverse. On the bottom of the other deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Mother Earth energy. Make sure you get some nature today. You know, this is a very distractory, if that's a word, very very low vibe actions being taken today. Very low vibe actions being taken today. So the best thing you can be doing is, I'm working in the garden, it's pouring down, but I need to feel that rain. I need to feel, you know, I need to get muddy. I came in quickly to do the video, and I'll be coming in quickly later to do a reading for somebody. But other than that, I'm in the elements, whatever those elements might bring, because I need that. I need my body to be stimulated by these elements today. I need that. I need my body to be responding to the elements, you know, warming me up when it's cold, and feeling the rain, my skin keeping me dry on the inside. You know, I just need to feel that the elements. I need to work with the elements today, because this is very negative. And so to counteract that, I'm not putting out a frequency of giving into that. I'm going to the mother. I'm dealing with the mother. Now, on top of this, be planning, prepping, planting your seeds. You know, this is what this mother is good at. This is what this Queen of Pentacles is good at. Looking at the seasons, looking at the signs of that, whatever time of the day it is, a month it is, week it is, and prepping for it, and making allowances for it. So I really do appreciate you guys listening. Make today, whatever you can of it, the best for you. And if that is best for you is similar to me, just experiencing the mother, experiencing those elements, doing your element magic, then please do, because that's exactly what we need to be putting out in our frequencies today. So I hope you have a fantastic day. Look out, and please do comment for anything interesting that you see regarding messages, regarding disclosures, on the collective stage, and of course in your individual lives. You know, I always love to read the comments, and I try to reply to them as quickly as I can. So much love, stay balanced and stay whole. Oh, if you want a private reading, you can get a reading at truedivinemedia@gmail.com. You can also go to Facebook, True Divine 44. You can find all of my information in the drop box below with the links that will get you there. So if you'd like that, or any spiritual guidance or any energy work, I much appreciate your custom, and I much appreciate getting to know more and more clients. I really, really do love it. So just stay balanced, stay whole. Mwah. Wow, that was a terrible end. Oh. Hey ho, happy Monday.